All right, something a little different on this Saturday. We are giving the living room boost. I call this a living room because when you're out in it, it feels like you're in your living room. Long story, it's got a 140 on here, a Suzuki 140. Even though it's nice and quiet and the kids love it and the wife doesn't really care because it goes forward, it's not quite fast enough. It moves, but you don't feel like you're moving. I think it tops out at 31.7 miles an hour. Not that I'm keeping track or anything, but 31.7 is as fast as it'll go. And I'm used to a little bit faster. So long story, I'm working a deal with the dealer. They're switching this out for me. Basically told them it's not as fast as what they said it should go, and they said we're going to take care of it. We're going to do a deal with you. More torque, and it uses variable valve timing. I wonder where they got that idea. Variable valve timing is good stuff.
That sounds like something I'd like.
It's good stuff. Yeah. It makes everything better. That and a turbo. If you put those two together.
If I had some variable valve timing and lift, maybe like electronically controlled,
yeah,
that would sound good.
As opposed to just having a switch on the dash that says you want more lift, hit the switch.
Yeah.
So first time changing a boat motor, but you know what? So we're going to take this apart, take this off, take this to the dealer. They're going to switch it out. We're going to put it back on. Hopefully it's going to give the living room another 8 to 10 mile an hour from what they're saying. So meanwhile, this car from last week is getting a new soft top. This is pretty common. It's not tore up, but you see how it's got shiny. It makes it look kind of goofy. Paulie's here. He's doing a soft top. He's done probably, I don't know, a couple hundred soft tops, give or take. So this is actually cool. It's going to be a surprise for the customer because his mom is doing it as a surprise. She's paid for it, and she said don't tell him that we're doing it. We've done a full build on this car, so as well as doing that top, we're going to go ahead and polish the car a little bit. I don't know if you can see in the light, it's pretty swirly, and it's always nice to give somebody a full package. You know, when it's all done, it's all clean, everywhere you look is an improvement. All right, so a couple of fans out here. An old S2000 cylinder head holding that fan down. Just heads up, don't put your fingers in that blade. I did it yesterday with a glove on. The fan fell over. I grabbed it like this. Thumb went against that. That was yesterday. It still hurts. Don't do it. So motor is ready to come off. We disconnected the hydraulic and the cables and the power. So we basically got those 2 bolts right there. 2 on this side, and it should come off. What's nice is they put a nice little lifting hole right here so we can use our engine hoist. Lift this sucker right off, and we should be good to go. Take it down to them, pick up the bigger one, put it back together. We'll look at all this when it comes off. We're taking pictures along the way because we're new to this. This is something I always tell you to do if you've never done it before. Take pictures so you know how things go back together. This should come off when the motor comes loose. This is part of the hydraulic steering. But again, install in reverse rotation. All right, successfully got the motor off on the skid and in the back of the truck. We'll put the panels back on here. The cowl on the top we're going to leave off because they might use a hoist to get it off. They'll more than likely use a Ford truck, but we'll take the cowl separate just so it doesn't get damaged. Again, want to make sure this motor is nice and clean. What sucks is we need to skid this a little bit on sand, but it's not carved up. Everything else looks good. I'm going to go ahead. It comes real clean. I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick once over, a quick wax. You know that the cowl will go back on, George. We can slide it on and they can take it off if they need to, but they're more than likely going to take it off with a Ford truck. It's back in the truck. We got it ratcheted down. Big believer of safe loads here. Apart from this guy might fly off. Let's just attach this to there. I got a little residual, and this blanket is nice and tight, so we're good. All right, we have arrived. This is the place. These guys have a whole bunch of boats over here. Look at this. A whole bunch of trailers over there. Now maybe what I could do is, how big is that one? That one's only a 115. That was a 225. Need a white one so it matches. There's a Yamaha VMAX over there. I don't know, what do you think? One of those Mercuries? That would look good. There's a Suzuki 250. Maybe they won't notice if I just go ahead and swap that. Anyway, let me go in and go take care of this. All right, so apparently they ordered the wrong motor, so I'm dropping this one off. I gotta wait for mine to come in. That's actually our boat, but in black. Any of you boat guys, it's a LSZ 2285. Ours is in blue and white. I don't know how we're gonna get this off unless I pull it backwards a little bit. You adjust the perfect weight for that balancing, George. Perfect. All right, so should we put that block under it again before you pull out? Oh yeah, you should be good. You should be able to get it from the side now. We're like expert fork truck guys over here. We don't know what we're doing, but we're helping out. Do this, do that. All right, well, sucks. Going home with no motor. No boating tomorrow.
What are you guys doing here?
All right, so that motor goes away. Now I have no motor, so I guess I'm gonna go see if they have any paddles in stock. Maybe I can get a deal on a paddle. Let's let the door open. Might go see if they have any paddles. Cheap. That can be our next motor. Yeah, the kids make it 2 kid power. All right, so I did come back with oil. I don't have a motor, so that's where the motor would go. So I guess we're not going out boating tomorrow. That sucks. Hopefully we remember how all this stuff goes. This is, we kind of kept everything together. It's pretty straightforward, but it is what it is. Yeah, crap happens. So we'll do that next week. Meanwhile, Paul is finished with this one. Look at that, the time it took us to get a motor and not get a motor, you've done a ton.
That's why I'm senior vice president of some companies, though.
That's so true. You want to go ahead and give him your cell phone number, and I can probably line you a couple of these up. You can go by Paul's house, he'll do one in the weekend. So this makes all the difference. I've said this so many times, but look at that, from having that like shiny, you know, scuffed look to that nice jet black. Once this sits out in the sun, everything will balance out. These wrinkles all go away. I mean, these are like tight as a drum. Of course, when we do these, you're getting the new elastic and hardware. So this now, we'll wash it. We'll let the top settle, but we'll wash it and hit it with our super buffer. This car is really gonna come together. All right, so a little different now. This is a Toyota Sequoia doing Bilstein shocks. That almost looks too nice for this.
I know.
Don't they make like Monroe's or something?
I know.
Or like Car Force? So, looks easy enough. Take the wheel off. Take those off there. Take something off down there. And obviously, push the spring off. But yeah, this is Paul's other vehicle. This is his daily truck. Pick stuff up from Home Depot. Go to the movies. Whatever.
Tow the car to the racetrack.
Tow the car to the racetrack. And you got to get a license plate that says my other car is a Porsche.
Still no, Bilstein shocks.
Oh.
That's it, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like,
Tell him I
you know, so Telly's a Porsche guy. He's like, what's the best shocks that you have for my daily truck? Do you have anything better? How about something engineered for performance? So these have purchased too, so you can adjust the height. You know, he's already measured it to get the height right. You're doing some NASCAR wheel changing over there? You got to keep the gun pressed and just ram it on the wheel and rah, rah, rah. So let's take it off and show you what this looks like. Sport Wagon Zoom E-Born.
Well, that's what this is. Sport wagon.
It's a Sport Wagon
Well, not yet.
Z-Movement.
It needs to go on.
These springs are like 7,000 pound springs. Fairly straightforward.
A little lost.
Fairly straightforward. What did that take us, like 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes camera time.
That's what, yeah, I was gonna say, that's what happens when you
Let's put a bar in there and see if we
let's
can.
see if we can twist it.
Yeah, see what happens when you mark it? We marked everything, all our marks are on. Yeah, we might be able to twist that a little bit.
Kind of excitement for the day.
Will that go in?
Should do.
Filming this
In like,
down to go south.
straightforward. Couldn't be any easier. Alright, so the first one took 2 hours, the second one took 10 minutes. And nobody was as scared on the second one either. There was a lot of fear on that first one. A lot of spring under tension, a lot of people squinting, a lot of people backing up, but not looking like they're backing up.
Shot them off into a garbage can.
Yeah, the old days with the Hondas, you point it towards your favorite garbage can with a blanket in it, you zip it with a impact. Have you tried to move that one yet, George?
No, I got the thing here. It'll probably move as easy as the other one did.
Yeah, because this slips right here. We marked it on the last one.
I had this one marked too. Should have been close.
Zip, oh, look at that. Right about there. It is, I'll tell you. All right, now we need to, 4 of us
Way
pry that
closer
down. Yeah, we had about 4 sticks. That one, this one, A bunch of humping, pushing, kicking, cussing. All right, you gonna press the button? Oh, nice and easy. This is a big vehicle in it. This is like the Japanese version of a Suburban. It looks as big as a Suburban, this thing. All right, get ready, cross your fingers. All right, good, leave it. It looks good like that. Ooh. All right, so what do you do to adjust the That's the opposite. That's the opposite to what my truck did. I'm gonna say an inch. Almost 36.
Man, that went up 3 inches.
Did you really?
That was at 33. It's probably got to settle a little bit.
Settle. Hashtag settle.
It's not far off.
Oh, it's only about an inch off.
Only an inch off.
So we can adjust the rod at the back to balance it?
The rod at the back and that should...
Okay. Yeah, it didn't look as bad when you get further away.
You just saying that?
Alright, it's a success. The Toyota is going out under its own steam. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, George.
No.
Toyota's done. S2000's done. Boat has no motor. Florida Storm.
Kind of theme today. Whatever Paul worked on got finished.
I know, right? What the hell?
We work on the boat, and look where it sits.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk to him about coming back.
Yeah.
He needs to quit doing that day job. I don't even know what he does. I know he has a Porsche though. So this looks 1,000 times better. And the fact that it makes over 400 horsepower. It's like a bonus right there. What do you think? Did it move any? Did it handle any better pulling out of the shop?
It felt way better.
We have a certain customer that backed out less distance on that and noticed an immediate improvement in changing the suspension.
Once the drive it, the air ride will level out the back and we'll be good.
It's not actually that noticeable right now.
No, it's not too bad.
It's what, 3/4 of an inch?
Yeah.
You know, just pop those shocks off and drop it down one click.
Yeah, you can do that.
Just book it in. Call Esther. Book it in. All right, so here's the question. No sidestep. Let's get a better perspective right here. No sidestep or sidestep? What do you guys think? You Toyota guys, you 4Runner guys, you Sequoia guys, go ahead and comment below. I'm saying no sidestep. I think it looks cleaner. This looks kind of almost clutters the side. It makes it stick out and stick down. I don't like it. My wife's trying to get me to put side steps on my car and my car, truck, whatever it is, and I'm like, I don't like it. It looks cleaner without it. There's no hanging stuff. It looks higher. And I mean, who needs to stand on? We're both 6'2". We don't need a side step.
Roll out of the seat and mush the seat.
Yeah, that's what the seat mushing's about. So go ahead and comment below. What do you think? Side step, no side step, tuck, no tuck? What do you think? All right, so we just did some LED swapping on George's car here. I'm shooting towards the light, so of course you can't see. But we just changed a couple of LED bulbs, and now I brightened up the brake lights. It's in another series. I just put some tail lights in my truck that I'm super happy with. I used to make fun of these. Now I have them. I absolutely love them. So I'll show you these. These are on a separate video, but this is our nice little Saturday. It was a... Yeah, you should get some new headlights, George.
I really should get some new headlights. Hopefully one of these days I will.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bother polishing those.
No,
Not
I mean,
with my time.
you could wet sand and polish them for the time being.
No.
You need to wet sand and polish
entire
the front
car.
end too. Yeah. Work on those chips a little bit more, a little bit polishing. That's the end of it. That's our nice little Saturday. This is it was a John, George, and Paul day. The only person that didn't show up is Ringo. Yeah, that's just a rare bird.
I think we should just go ahead and fire him. He never showed up.
Yeah, Ringo's terrible. So thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Again, this is John and George. Again, enjoy your cars, trucks, and boat. All right, so it's the next week. The motor just got dropped off now. I'm not doing a channel about swapping motors on boats or anything like that, but quite interesting. It came completely unannounced. The dude showed up. Focus. Hey, got your motor. Well, little did I know it was going to be absolutely gigantic, and as you hear in the background, a massive storm is upon us, and we don't have a fork truck, we don't have a way to get it off, so between George, myself, and the driver. Put this, basically used our cherry picker, pulled it up, drug it off the truck, got it in just in time, and then it monsooned outside. So yeah, that's what it's doing out here. We got it in just in time. I mean, there's a tiny bit of blue sky right there, and then this. So like I said, I'm not going to do a channel about a boat because it's not the kind of boat that our viewers would be interested in. It doesn't go 100 miles an hour. It's nice and leisurely. The family love it. It's nice and smooth. It's got room. We can fish. We can go to the islands. We can social distance. All of that good stuff. I just needed a little bit more juice for the Red Dragon, and this one should make it go a little faster without upsetting the wife too much. So stay tuned. I'll talk about it a little bit, but it isn't going to be a detailed episode because I don't think anybody's interested.
Then you put on the bucket top.
Okay, so everything changes over fine, everything plugs in, everything lines up, hit the key, engine starts, everything is good. So do a test this weekend. Hopefully the boat goes faster. Again, I don't want to be old yet. I still want a little bit more speed, want to keep the wife happy, but yeah, Daddy needs to go a little bit faster. So I'll report back and let you know. Top speed before was 31.7 miles an hour. I'm hoping it's going to do 40 and change. I want it to cruise at 30 just so you can actually get somewhere. So thanks for watching. So much fun hanging out with friends. People don't get it. If you're not a car guy, you don't get it. Just hanging out with Paul and George on a Saturday, kind of doing our thing, goofing around with our own stuff. It's so much fun. It really is. I can't tell you enough. But thanks for watching. Thanks, Paul, helping again. Thanks, George. We'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, enjoy your cars, boats, or whatever you have.